All right, guys, we're back out here working on the log splitter, and I sure am glad that I have a workshop and not a show shed, because I have hydraulic fluid everywhere on this floor. It seems like wherever this thing moves, the hydraulic fluid goes with it. So a couple of modifications that we did to the actual unit here. We used to have expanded metal on the bottom of this box tubing. Now we've put rebar on the top of the box tubing. The reason we did that, when we would lift this leg up, the log would roll down. Sometimes one end would fall off and it would just crush that expanded metal that we had on the bottom. I don't think we're gonna crush that rebar. That's 3/8 rebar, so I don't think we're gonna bend that. So we made that modification. The other modification we did, we leveled the table so that way, you know, this whole unit used to flop back and forth really bad, and it kept getting worse. So it was wearing the joints out down there. So what we did was we put a stanchion right here, and we kept that stanchion totally separate from the head unit. And I'll show you that right now. If we lift up on this, you can see that it comes right off of that stanchion. The reason we did that, if we ever want to pull this head unit off, we can. If we want to tilt that head unit up and work, you know, on our knees and split big rounds, we can. Not that I ever want to do that, because that's why we put this lift on there. So those are two of the modifications that we did to this side. And of course, you know, we're just trying to get it put back together and get it ready for that cart that I'm going to make up. And we'll show you that in just a second. Another modification that I did, we used to have these two weights just hanging on two ratchet straps that were just wrapped around. And the yellow ratchet strap that we had on there, it started getting cut here on this corner. Not that it's sharp, but just over the course of time, swinging back and forth. So we made a modification. We stuck a piece of box tubing down into this box tubing and hung the weight and then matched that box tubing up to it. We put this thing here on the end. That's just a piece of bar stock, and that's so it can't slide off. So these things can kind of swing and do what they need to do, but hopefully they won't fall off, because if they fall off, they're going to hit somebody's foot. One of the things that we did in leveling this table up was we made a major change to the way this thing goes down onto the ground. So what I'm going to have to do here is I'll just square this off on both legs, and we'll cut that. I'll set this bottom half right down on the ground. I don't have any more of this box tubing, but what we're going to do is we'll probably just get some of the other box tubing and maybe stub 2-3 pieces up in there, and then put some sheet steel over it to make it a little more aesthetic value, give it a little better look anyway. So yeah, we're working on the log splitter. Haven't gotten any further on the engine or the pump, but we did get 4 tires for our cart. Here's our engine, and the pump is mounted. It's ready to go. I just need to go get some box steel and some flat plate to mount that engine. And I'll probably make a little stanchion up for this just to help support that. Maybe a piece of rubber on top or something to support that. But yeah, the engine and the pump, they're just going to be totally separate from the splitter. I'm going to have a couple of hoses on this that I can quick connect, and we're going to put a quick connector somewhere, somehow, on this plate here. Not sure, don't have the quick connects, and I also don't have the plate steel for this. But yeah, the quick connects are going to get mounted there and come right off of the controls. All right, guys, just got home from work, and our hydraulic tank is here. That's not a good sign. The box is all beat up. Looks like it's padded pretty good inside there, so hopefully there's no damage. But the box is tore up pretty good. I'm pretty sure they didn't ship it like that. So yeah, hydraulic tank is here. Let's go check it out. All right, guys, a little update on the log splitter. We were able to pick up some quick connects. These are ISO quick connects. I'm thinking that should allow me to hook up with a little bit of pressure on the couplings. 2 of them are for, I believe, maybe J8, and these are J6s or something like that. So now we have to get some hosing to go on the log splitter as well as on the hydraulic pump. But yeah, we have our quick connects, And you guys, if you've never seen quick connects, that just kind of stubs into there, almost like your air hose fitting. This sleeve pulls back and it locks in. And then when you want to undo it, you just pull that sleeve up or back, and then that releases the other part of the quick connect. So we do have our quick connects. As you can see, one is a little bigger than the other. I'm going to use this on my return and this on my supply. And yeah, we're working on the log splitter. All right, guys, today is a good day. Yesterday we ran out to Billy Warren's. We picked up two 24-foot sticks of 1.5-inch box tubing, 2 pieces of plate steel, and 1 length of 5/8 rod. We need the 5/8 rod for the axle for our wheels. We need the box tubing for the frame, and I think I'm going to use that 5/8 bar for handles to hold on to when you push this thing around the yard. So we should have all the material that we need to get started on mounting the hydraulic tank and the pump and engine to a small cart, and then we'll work on getting our quick connects and all that figured out later. Here we go. Oh man, my videos are so fly by the seat of my pants. Just wanted to do one more update. This stuff is all jammed up over here. My daughter was supposed to bring her car and I was supposed to do an oil change. That's why all this stuff is jammed up over here. But now I guess she's not going to bring that over, so plans have changed there. I wanted to show you the leg on the lifting arm. We extended that down. Now that is flat to the floor. When we leveled this up, that made that 7 inches off of the ground. So we had to cut that, drop that 7 inches, and then we reinforced all that, added some rebar to the bottom section. The only concern I have is now when we load a heavy round, it is actually 7 inches further away from that fulcrum point. So I'm hoping that I have enough weight over there to counterbalance that extra weight away from the fulcrum point. That's 150 pounds of tractor weights over there right now. So I think I've gone over most of everything else that's going on. We got our steel from Billy Warren's, we got our hydraulic tank, we got our hydraulic pump and engine, we got our wheels, and we have our quick connects. So we got everything. Oh, and one more thing, that old box, I think I showed you a picture of this old box. It was a rust bucket when I got it. We sandblasted it down. After I sandblasted it, threw some primer on it, painted it, and now we put some decals on there. Tucker's Toolbox. That's my grandson, and I don't know if you guys remember, but a few years back we made a sleigh for my granddaughter, Mackenzie Express, and now we made a toolbox for my grandson. So I'm pretty sure Tucker is going to be tickled to see his toolbox. Thanks for watching, guys. See you next time.